Circle. Your admiration is well-founded, but I am merely a servant. Do not worship me!
I'm gonna punch him out for trespassing on the Capitol grounds.
Alrighty then.
I'm gonna punch him out.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. What were some of the worst attacks on our democracy in the history of America? Civil War? Pearl Harbor? September 11th? January 6th? What were the FBI's role in any of those attacks? Huh? Did the FBI plan Pearl Harbor? Were they even around for the Civil War? They weren't. What was the FBI's role in September 11th? Good questions. But the FBI was asked specifically about January 6th and what they did on that day. Since it was the worst attack on our democracy in history, Democrats would have you believe, you'd assume that the FBI had no part in it, and they certainly didn't have an instructional role in it. But listen to now resigned and disgraced FBI head Christopher Wray be incapable of answering whether the FBI played an instructional role during January 6th.
Did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being open?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should be a no. Can you not tell the American people, no, we did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol?
Gentleman's time has expired.
You should not read anything into my decision not to share information.
Director Wray,
confidential human
gentleman's
sources.
time has expired.
Look at how Democrats run this garbage. They literally barking at Christopher Wray, don't answer the question, don't answer the question, don't answer the question. Clay Higgins, the Republican member of Congress and a former law enforcement official and a sheriff, asking the question, how many confidential human sources did you have inside of the U.S. Capitol dressed as MAGA supporters? Well, now the FBI's own Inspector General tells us that there were as many as 24 that they're willing to admit confidential human sources inside of the Capitol. Many of the 26 confidential human sources who attended the January 6th event provided information relevant to the January 6th electoral certification that day. So this place was crawling with feds. A few of the 26 confidential human sources provided information about the riot as it occurred. Oh, well, would you look at that? So the FBI had agents all over the January 6th riot. And you can see here, based on undercover police footage, that many of the undercover officers instructed the innocent J6 protesters to break the law. Well, this is just basic entrapment.
Oh, go! Let's go! Go! Let's help them up! Help them up!
Man, it helps to actually have a encyclopedic knowledge of these things. What you're seeing there is a Metropolitan Police officer working for DC, working for the feds, instructing J6ers to enter the Capitol, to go into the Capitol. Why? So that they could be charged by the FBI. So the FBI could run the largest criminal operation in human history, arresting innocent J6ers who were literally just at a political rally. That's their entire crime was going to a political rally. That's it. That's it. All of them have been pardoned. The Supreme Court has overturned everything. And now we learn that over 5,000 FBI employees worked on J6 cases. Do you know that that's half of the FBI's total agent workload? There are 13,000 employees at the FBI. Approximately half of those employees worked on J6 cases. That's how weaponized this bureau was. Totally despicable. The FBI officials have complied with the demands to provide the Justice Department with details of the thousands of employees who worked on investigations related to January 6th Capitol riot. The demand has caused consternation among FBI employees who fear that it means to amass a list of personnel for possible termination by Trump administration. Yes, hell yeah, that's exactly what it is. Acting Deputy Attorney General Emily Bove, in a Friday memo with the subject line terminations, gave FBI officials a noon deadline till Tuesday to submit details of thousands of agents and analysts who worked to lock up their fellow countrymen who staged their own violent insurrection against the government of the people, by the people, for the people. And what is in the First Amendment, what is written right there, hard-coded right into our rights, is to redress and petition your government, your grievances. That is exactly what everyone was doing on January 6th. January 6th was a peaceful political protest. Some people rioted. The vast majority, I would say the 99.99%, just literally peacefully walked into the Capitol. And the reason why you know that is because the Capitol is still standing. What would happen if it was a BLM or Antifa mob that stormed the Capitol? The Capitol would be in cinders, burned to the ground. We know that as a matter of fact because we actually watched those riots burn mass swaths of large American cities to the ground. None of those people were arrested. Every J6er they could get their hand on was arrested. More than 5,000 employees' details were submitted, including employee ID numbers, job titles, and their role in the January 6th investigation, sources said, but not their names. There are more than 13,000 agents agents and 38,000 total FBI employees. So let me correct the record here. Half of the agents at the FBI, other FBI employees, maybe paper pushers, lawyers, analysts, whatever, half of the actual agents at the FBI, the weaponized muscle of the FBI, worked to lock up innocent J6ers. Meanwhile, officials dispatched by Elon Musk has been seen at the FBI headquarters. Musk has headed up efforts, Donald Trump's newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Several FBI employees on Tuesday sued the Justice Department, accusing it of violating constitutional privacy laws by demanding agents complete a survey designed to purge Bureau personnel. The agents want a federal judge to block the Trump administration from publishing or releasing surveys or information, including their answers. Would you look at that? The very act of compiling lists of persons who worked on matters that upset Donald Trump were retaliatory in nature. Oh, but locking up 1,500 J6ers, 2,500 total were the target numbers for arrests. That's not political targeting. That's not it. When we do it, it's okay when we do it, right? These rat bastards, man. Elon Musk has been dispatched to the FBI. FBI turns over to this 5,000 agents. How weaponized was this organ? What a sick place. Elon Musk spotted, and now they're scared. Now you understand why Kash Patel said, I want to turn the FBI into a museum of the deep state. I'm going to close it all down. I'm going to shut it down on the first day. FBI. Yeah, they're suing now. What does that tell you? 5,000 names. Goodness gracious. The memo was titled Terminations. They've already gone through and absolutely gutted the FBI's main leadership across various different agencies. And this is what they spent half of their agent workforce on. The FBI just revealed 5,000 of their 13,000 agents were focused on January 6th protesters. 38% of the Bureau for this. This is an insane misallocation of resources, says Elon Musk, as his team enters the FBI. So ironic, they literally investigated a political protest. They are here now. These are the FBI. This is inside of the lawsuit filed by 9 anonymous FBI agents, arguing that they had a right to their First Amendment and political protests, even though they locked up little grannies for politically protesting. CNN reports that the FBI has turned over to the DOJ 5,000 employees. CNN also reports that officials dispatched by Elon Musk have been sent to the headquarters. It's over, man. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. These bastards. My favorite, one of my favorite all-time memes made of this from Steven Voiceover shows you exactly what was happening on January 6th. Take it away.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the U.S. Capitol building. If you've joined us today for the insurrection, please make sure you pick up a promotional leaflet on the way in, stay inside the safety cordons at all times, and if you get lost, speak to one of our Capitol Police officers. They'll be sure to point you in the right direction. And be sure to set aside a little time today to join us for some insurrection activities, including our photography tour, our fancy dress competition, and have a go on our climbing wall. But don't forget those safety ropes. And I've now received the results of our fancy dress competition. The winner today is Jacob Chansley. That's Mr. Jacob Chansley. If you could report to your nearest Capitol Police officer, they'll be sure to give you your prize, a guided tour of the building. And all that's left is for me to thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the insurrection. Wherever possible, please try to clean up after yourselves. Don't forget to visit the souvenir shop on the way out. And feel free to join us on the outdoor terrace for Nancy Pelosi's Insurrection Soiree. Grab yourself a light refreshment and enjoy the music of our very own fancy dress competition winner.